got patrol.
Section playoff time here in Mahtomedi as the 4th seed St. Paul Como Park Cougars travel here to George Smith Field to face the number 1 seed Zephyrs. Alongside Jeb Brand, I'm Alex Westhead, pleased to be bringing you a fantastic matchup here in Section 4A.
Yeah, it should be a wonderful night tonight, Alex. A beautiful evening, 61 and clear skies here. Perfect night for some section soccer.
An unseasonably warm day as it topped out at 75 as I was getting to my car from work as we take a look at the St. Paul city standings with all the St. Paul schools gathered into one conference.
Yeah, you could see where the Cougars come in just behind the Harding Knights at a record overall of 5-7-4. They've matched up well against Mahtomedi earlier this year and ended up in a tie, so we'll see what tonight brings.
As the section plays underway, as the Como Cougars move left to right across your TV screen wearing their road yellows with a black number and a black stripe across the center, and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs in their home whites tonight. As we look to keep play moving along here, it'll be Grolinski who sent the ball to the corner before it goes out of bounds. It will be a Como throw-in, as that'll be Podar throwing it in as he'll leave it there for Ahmed Aden to throw it in for the Cougars.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to talk to head coach Jonah Fields prior to the game, and he said one of the biggest things their team needs to do is come out right away and apply some pressure, get out to an early lead, kind of put the Zephyrs back on their heels. We'll see if they're able to do that here tonight.
Well, as the Zephyrs look to move into the attacking half of the field, a battle on the far side as Dylan Lallier tried to keep the ball moving forward. It goes out of bounds. Another throw-in coming from Mahtomedi on that far side. Gets thrown in looking for Grolinski, bounces, and the Cougars quickly get to it as it's sent back up again. Jeb, we mentioned these two teams tied on September 23rd, a 2-2 decision, but the Zephyrs had a 2-0 lead in that game before letting that slip away from them.
Yeah, and you know, that's one thing you certainly don't want to ever see in a game where there's so much movement back and forth and a lot of keep away, if you will, to give up 2 goals is certainly something the Zephyrs want to shy away from tonight.
Mahtomedi finished 3rd in the Metro East this season, 5-2-1 in conference play. Kind of a down season for them, but still coming in here as this number 1 seed, Jeb.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, overall 11-3-2, so a fantastic record here as they're just behind North St. Paul Polars and the St. Thomas Academy Cadets. So we'll see how they match up. Again, we talked about the ties. The Cougars start to apply that pressure here.
As the Cougars send the ball back across, it can be cleared back out by the Zephyrs. Bounces on a couple of players. It goes off of a Zephyr right on that far line, though, as Como's able to hold it in. As the Cougars cut back in, try to send it across. An interesting decision as the Cougars are able to hold it in still. It was Helio De La Torres getting the call in net tonight for Mahtomedi, as you see him making the save there. He was one of the top goal scorers for this team and had a goal against Como. As you can see there, 15 goals on the season for De La Torres.
Yeah, De La Torres, one of their all-around just a stud of a player, and the head coach of the Zephyrs tonight, I guess, decided that it was going to be in the best interest of the Zephyrs to have him more in a defensive role than an offensive role, and we'll see if his decision pans out as tonight plays out.
Well, Grolinski trying to clear it ahead further for the Zephyrs. It can be gathered up, though, as Goralnik tried to keep play alive. Ball gets bounced back through the center as it bounces off of a head further. As the Zephyrs look to battle for possession, they'll send it back to De La Torres, who will reset play in his own end.
Neither team able to really register a quality shot quite yet early into tonight's match, but you can see both teams kind of feeling out one another and just waiting for that right opportunity to make their move.
Ahmed Aden threw the ball in before it goes bouncing into that corner as Como trying to battle for possession, but the Zephyrs regain control. They'll send it up further, trying to clear it out, but it's held in before a nice little intercepted pass there by Grolinski to send it back to the center of the pitch for Corey Pilarski. Pilarski back further onto that far side of the pitch. as it'll be sent in further, looking to spring Lallier on a run. Lallier looking to cross, sent it in front before the freshman goaltender Emmanuel Molinos Lopez makes the save for the Cougars.
Yeah, very upperclassman-laden team for the Cougars. You talked about it, Molinos Lopez, just a freshman. 2 sophomores on the roster. The rest are all filled with upperclassmen, and so pretty impressive by Molinos Lopez to crack that varsity roster as just a freshman. Good things to come for the youngster and the Como Park Cougars.
Well, as Mahtomedi again starts to maintain pressure back the other way, as sent in front, and Lopez will have to run after the ball. He'll watch it go out of bounds. It'll get a goal kick upcoming here for Como. As we take a look at the Section 4A bracket, you can see both teams winning their quarterfinal game by finals of 4-0, Jeb.
Yeah, it's kind of what we expected. The number 1 seed, the Zephyrs, here now against Como Park, and it'll be interesting to see which team whoever ends up winning here tonight will take on the winner of St. Paul Harding or St. Croix Prep, which game concluded just a couple hours ago. So either way, some exciting Section 4A soccer in front of us here this evening.
Law 2 played it further up ahead before it can be intercepted by the Zephyrs as it bounces back through to the center of the pitch. As Goralnik aggressively tries to play the ball, sent further up ahead as Lallier tried to spring a Zephyr, but it goes back to the Cougars, who will send it back in an effort to keep play moving as Berg tried to head it forward before he gets it across onto that far side, turns it over, and the Cougars may have a rush going, as it'll be Carolyn Kyaw who will send it back now as the Cougars look to maintain offensive pressure. A very good back and forth game so far for these squads as it gets sent into the cross. It's cleared back out though as the Cougars are able to keep possession in as the Zephyrs can try to clear. Pilarski just lost the footing of it before it can get sent back in further. We cleared back out again as they look to spring for Lallier, but the ball intercepted by Sajani as the Cougars can begin their attack.
A lot of neutral zone play thus far. It's, again, our first shot registered there now for Como Park. Easy save for the Zephyrs netminder, but a lot of neutral zone play thus far. Both teams just kind of, again, waiting for the right time to make their move. It's such a strategic game, and the one missed move could lead to an opportunity the other way, and with such a large goal mouth, it's an advantage to the shooter at that point.
Now it's Pilarski on the far side, tried to chip it ahead before it is intercepted by Ahmed Aden. Bounced high into the air. Pilarski tries to get to it. Goes off of a couple of players before it can come back outside. It'll go bouncing out of bounds, and it'll be a Mahtomedi throw-in upcoming. As it's Trig Myers who throws it in for the Zephyrs, looking for Lallier. Lallier tried to send it in. It goes out, and it'll be a corner kick coming for Mahtomedi, their first opportunity on a set piece here tonight as we look at the Class A rankings here in the Minnesota State.
Yeah, you could see the Zephyrs coming in at number 8 here with some big schools ahead of them. St. Thomas Academy coming in at 3rd there, and then Blake and Totino Grace round out the top 3. A nice corner kick there. Nice job by the freshman goaltender to get up and get his hands in the way. There's a lot of traffic out in front of him there.
The ball goes bouncing once again further into the air, sent ahead before Trig Myers can send it in. As Goralnik races to the ball, almost takes out the Como defender, does so again as he's cutting back as Luhart C. is trying to play things further ahead before it's intercepted and sent out of bounds by Jamie Berg as the Cougars continue to move up the field.
Nice job by Luhart C there to really be aggressive and just apply some pressure there.
Battled back as the Cougars try to send it ahead, looking for Luhart C, but the ball goes out of bounds again, and another throw-in coming for St. Paul Como. As Aden throws it in further, Zephyrs are there first as they can send it back out. Goes here now to Gavin Goralnik, as Goralnik sends it there for James before giving it back to Berg. Sent back now for De La Torres, who will clear it further up ahead before it's sent right back in by the Cougars.
Yeah, the Cougars doing a great job of really holding their ground in that midfield there. Zephyrs have not been able to get really anything into the Cougars' end, as that midfield is just doing a nice job of stepping up, stepping in front of the Zephyr forwards and just applying that pressure, just like the head coach, Mr. Fields' game plan is running right on pace at this point.
Now Cougars quickly take the throw-in on the far side. They'll send it in further. It goes out of bounds this time. It'll be a Zephyr throw-in upcoming, as Myers throws it in off of the head of Lallier before bouncing out of bounds, and now Como will get a throw-in. We'll throw in, looking for a couple of players on that far side before Mulcahy can play it up ahead. Send it back, looking for Pilarski, who heads it further into the zone as Law 2 plays it back for Como. Back to the center of the pitch once again as Como looks to reestablish off of a Zephyr, and another throw-in coming here for St. Paul Como.
You can see the Zephyr players a little frustrated on that front three, the forward, just really unable to get anything established right now. Again, nice job by the Cougars midfield and defense, just continuing to hold their ground right at midfield, right at that 50-yard line, and it'd be interesting to see here who's going to strike first as Como continues to apply the pressure.
You know, Jeb, one of the most difficult things about a section playoff game is you want to try and challenge that freshman goaltender who hasn't quite been here before. And so far, Zephyrs have had some struggles trying to move that ball into the attacking half. Absolutely,
and what that ends up doing, really, Alex, is bringing a boatload of confidence for Lopez, is, you know, not having to face anything of real challenge thus far, able to get comfortable as the game sets in, and as he sees his team continue to apply pressure, it's only going to bode well for the Cougars.
Onto the near side, here's the Cougars' Curlin Kaya. Plays it ahead before nicely being defended out. Goes all the way back now as Pilarski provides pressure for Mahtomedi. But the Zephyrs can try to clear it back, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming on this side for Mahtomedi. And the Zephyrs moving right to left across your TV screen. Looking for Pilarski, but too far, and the Como defense can send it further ahead. Bounced up, in, out of play, into the Mahtomedi bench. Another throw-in coming for the Zephyrs. As Berg threw it further, goes right out of bounds again off of the head of one of the St. Paul Como players. Looking to set that play up again as Pilarski fighting for position. He's doing battle with Ahmed Aden before getting it now to Kobe Owu for Como. Owu cutting it back, dancing around the defense, trying to split the seam, couldn't do so, and the Zephyrs look to take control. As Grelinski tried to look for Pilarski, but the Como Cougars can send it back the other way once again. There's James. As a little touch pass didn't connect. And Como can try to send it back, but there's Jamie Berg to try and clear it back.
A lot of neutral zone play here. Both teams, you see Mahtomedi trying to turn the field a little bit, and again, Como holding their ground. You know, Alex, I had a chance to talk to head coach Dominic Isaac of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs prior to tonight's match as well, a former St. Paul Johnson grad, and so I had to razz him a little bit about Johnson winless on the 2017 season, falling 0-12 for the year, 2-14 overall. So were able to get a couple of wins, but as far as talking about tonight's match, he said Como is one of those teams that you and I talked about before the broadcast. They're a scary team where they're on their game plan, anything can happen, and it only takes, you know, a goal and just some solid defense, and you know they could find themselves in that section championship here coming up later on this week. So interesting to see. A good look there, but unable to hit the net.
Now Pilarski fired it just a little bit high here in the 11th minute. No score, Como and Mahtomedi. Some interesting developments on both sides as we look at the chance for Pilarski, where goaltenders have been relatively new here to this system, where the Cougars of Como starting a freshman, Emmanuel Molinos Lopez, and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs putting their leading goal scorer in net in Helio de la Torres. So some interesting storylines here as we continue on in this one in the 13th minute of play. As that'll be Owu trying to spring a lead pass. Goes back, intercepted though by the Zephyrs as Grelinski will try to play it further. Pilarski tried to get around, but some miscommunication causes a turnover. As here Pasati, as it goes back onto that far side now as the Cougars can regain possession. It goes now to Kerwin Kaya. And all the way back once again to Aden. Aden sent it in further, but it's intercepted by the Zephyrs as they'll look to clear it up. As Connor Stoker, I'm sorry, that's Ian Fosdick now into the game for Mahtomedi. This Como team continues to maintain pressure in the attacking half. As on the far side, Mu Ku Shi played the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for the Cougars. It'll be Aden to take the throw. Aden throwing it in further. As Como sends a shot in front, and it goes wide past the cage, and the cross attempt doesn't quite connect for Como.
Real good looking opportunity there. Just a hair out of the range for an opportunity to head it in, but just a missed break there by Como. A good look, but just came up short.
It'll be De La Torres to take the goal kick as the shot went behind off the crossbar. As we take a look at the replay again on the Como opportunity.
Yeah, I could see just a hair out of the reach of Como Park's Muhammad Yunus Ahmed. But a good opportunity and certainly the right game plan.
James sent it across now as Goralnik, as the Zephyrs try to establish some possession in the attacking half. Goes off a couple of players. Offsides will be the call, and it'll be a goal kick coming here for Como.
Alex, you talked about Mahtomedi's goaltender tonight. De La Torres leads the team with 15 goals, so an interesting play by head coach Dominic Isaac to go with his all-around player in nets tonight, and again, we'll see if it pans out.
Yeah, we did notice in the warm-up period that sophomore goaltender rather, Josh Bates, the one with the most of the minutes for the Zephyrs, was not part of that warm-up. Instead, it was De La Torres and then junior goaltender Eric Schmidt, wearing 98 in the green jersey, who got time in the warm-up. As we'll get a free kick coming here from Mahtomedi as they'll place the ball on the 45-yard line. As it'll be Nolan Pratumwan to try to send the ball in, looking for Pilarski as it goes off of a couple of Como players. As they look for a handball call. They will not get one, but it will be a goal kick coming for Como.
Yeah, you can see a nice job sending the ball down towards the net. Bounced around a little bit in front of the young goaltender, and no harm, no foul as it falls out of play.
Now here's Fosdick sending the ball onto that farther side for Trig Myers. Myers give and go with Fosdick for Pilarski now on the far side with a rush in for the Zephyrs. Defended nicely, though, as Como takes it away and regains possession before losing it once again now to Goralnik. Goralnik sent it back in before Como can sharply clear it ahead. Long pass looking to find Kobe Owu. The give and go didn't work on that connection as Goralnik playing the ball to himself. He gets tripped up. The whistle blows and a free kick coming here from Mahtomedi.
Yeah, nice job there by Gralowski as you could just see him working, and eventually taken down by Podar. And so he'll get the free kick here with good position, not too far out, and it looks like it'll be, again, Pratumwan to take the kick for the Zephyrs.
As we take a look at another play here, great effort by the captain to make that play out of himself and just take the ball in and look for the whistle. As Pratumwan will take the free kick here. Played it in shallow for Berg. Berg sent it in, just missed the crossbar, the field goal post. It'll be a goal kick coming for Como.
Yeah, good idea again, but unable to get the ball on net. Again, Lopez really hasn't been tested yet to make a save, which bodes well for the confidence for the youngster. The longer they can get into this game and, again, have their midfielders and their forwards continue to apply some pressure, it's going to work out well for the Como Park Cougars.
Now here's Pilarski now to play the ball back for Mahtomedi as he finds Goralnik. And then onto that far side looking to keep play alive as Fosdick tried to play it further before being pressured in the corner. Goes out. It'll be a throw-in coming here for Mahtomedi as they'll set up some sort of goalie opportunity as there'll be substitutions coming now for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, Fosdick getting ready to send it in. Now it looks like he'll take a quick breather as a couple more Zephyrs come in. Sam Lapidat, and the throw-in will come in from Myers. We'll see if Mahtomedi can fire a good-looking shot in on the young goaltender and open this game up a little bit.
Header intended for Pilarski, held in though by the Zephyrs, as here's Elliot James. James taking a sharp angle shot that goes bouncing out of bounds. It'll be held in though on that far side, but it goes off of Lapidat, and a goal kick coming from Mahtomedi.
Yeah, Myers there unable to keep the ball in play, so kind of a tough break for Mahtomedi. It allows the Cougars to kind of reset and get things going. We can see Mahtomedi now starting to take a little page out of the playbook of the Cougars as their midfielders have stepped up nicely, and they've really turned the tables here in the last few minutes. We'll see if they can jump out to an early lead here.
Shot on goal, or attempted shot on goal, goes bouncing off of a Como player, results in a corner upcoming for the Zephyrs. As we'll wait for someone to take the ball. It'll be Elliot James, the junior midfielder, taking the corner here for Mahtomedi. Second chance on a corner kick tonight for the Zephyrs. As James's right-footed kick sent into the front, it goes off of the head of a Cougar before it can be covered up by Grelinski. And here comes St. Paul Como on a run back the other way. Defended nicely though by Berg as he stopped that run. Goes back to Lapidat now on the far side. But Como once again can continue to add pressure. Curlin Kaw plays it on the far side for the Cougars. Sent back now to Aden before looking to find a Cougar in front. Taken down was a Zephyr as he looks for a call. It'll be a throw-in coming on the far side though for St. Paul Como.
Yeah, beautiful job by the Como Park defense, getting in front of that big booming right-footed kick and really taking the pressure off of Lopez, having to come up with a big save. Nice job by Como Park defense there.
Well, as Como makes wholesale changes, 5 players coming on for the Cougars as 5 come off. It will be number 14, that's Yane Se, coming in to take the throw in here for Como. As you can see, he's winding up significantly back of that line of play.
Getting some momentum. The big toss in.
This is cleared back out by Mahtomedi. Figueroa tried to play it before Mahtomedi can send it ahead. It'll be Figueroa again before he keeps battling, keeping the legs moving, try to clear it further. Comes back to James, looking to spring Pilarski on the near side. Pilarski heads it over before it's nicely covered up by 2. And it can be played back where the Zephyrs can try to reestablish. Pilarski once again stepping around a defender before being tripped up. A whistle blew. Como doesn't like it, but it'll be a free kick coming from Mahtomedi.
Yeah, I don't like it either. That's a tough break. A nice job by Pilarski, continuing to work, but it looked to me like the Como Park, that was Poder there. They looked like he had got all ball first personally, but call didn't go their way. Let's see what the defense can do. We'll see if the Zephyrs and Elliot James can take advantage of the good free kick positioning.
See the official talking to a couple of Como players as some words were exchanged between both squads. As James's right-footed kick on goal, the freshman goaltender comes out nicely to take that chance away from Mahtomedi.
A nice kick there by James, beautifully done, put right on net. A good scoring opportunity, a better job by Lopez though that time, getting out, getting his hands in front before any other traffic could get in front of him.
Well, here's Lapidat trying to spring on that far side, look to create an opportunity for the Zephyrs. Figueroa sent back further, but Como will send it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming here from Mahtomedi as Dylan Lallier will take it. Throwing ahead further, looking as the Zephyrs will simply move the ball further up the pitch with each throw-in that they get.
Now, Alex, the Zephyrs have done a really nice job here, kind of working around the Como Park game plan as they came out firing right out the bat, but the Zephyrs have really turned the tables here in the last, I'd say, 7-8 minutes or so. We haven't seen a quality scoring chance by Como Park in a number of minutes gone by here, and it's been all Zephyrs kind of working their game plan at this point.
Ball goes onto that far side. There's a strong right-footed kick on, looking to give someone a chance in front as it's cleared back out, though, by Sajani. This goes back into the corner where Como can play it there as they'll look to spring the other way once again. Be out of bounds as the Zephyrs throw back in. Figueroa trying to get around somebody. keeps it himself. It goes out of bounds, and a goal kick coming for St. Paul Como.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get the ball out to midfield here, if Lopez can put one out and get something reestablished here, try to get something going. Looks like we may have a corner kick here. I think our first one of the night. And again, James with that big right foot. We'll see if the Zephyrs can take advantage of it here.
James to take it as the Zephyrs apply motion in front. Headed, bouncing, and the ball goes back to that corner. Pilarski tries to set it back for James on that far side. Sent in front, cross in front, and it goes back out. Lapidat now sends the ball high through the field goal post. Out of bounds, and this will be a goal kick coming for Como.
Nice job there on both sides. The Zephyrs, good quality scoring chances. A couple opportunities to get a header on it, and just unable to beat the young goaltender thus far.
Throwing coming for the Zephyrs as a back and forth chess match of this one continues here in the 25th minute, and it's still no score. Zephyrs and Como Cougars here from George Smith Field at the base of Mahtomedi High School. Alongside Jeb Brand, Alex Westad, pleased to be bringing you this Section 4A semifinal matchup. A date with destiny waits on Thursday, as the winner of this one will play either St. Paul Harding, or, as I look to my bracket quickly, they will play either St. Paul Harding or St. Croix Preparatory Academy, as I struggle with my words once again.
That's not an easy one to say. St. Croix Prep, we sum it up nicely in the business just to keep it easy. But yeah, either team, that game concluded a couple hours ago. We're still waiting to get word on who was victorious, who moves on to that Section 4A championship.
Ooh, and there's a beautiful goal by Grelinski as the Cougars were looking for a call to come their way. Grelinski finishes off the chance, and the Zephyrs are on the scoreboard first.
Yeah, Grelinski just right there, right time, and able to put it away. And that's what you expect out of your senior. He's had a great game thus far. He's been noticeable all over. Cougars were looking for a call there, but you got to keep playing. If there isn't a call, you got to play until the whistle goes. Grelinski puts it right where Lopez has no chance to get there.
I almost think that they were looking for some sort of an interference or a trip call there, because it looked like the Mahtomedi player didn't necessarily make any attempt directly on the ball, but nevertheless, defense was not played by St. Paul Como, and that leads to the opening goal here of this one as Grelinski lights the lamp first for Mahtomedi, giving them a 1-0 lead here in this section semifinal.
Yeah, and again, a nice job by the Zephyrs. Really, you touched on it, Alex. It is a chess match. It's such a strategic game, and when one team does one thing, you got to make adjustments in order to, in order to be aggressive and whatnot. And Mahtomedi thus far has made the adjustments from Como Park's opening offensive attack, if you will, and they've kind of turned the table on them, and that's why they have a 1-0 lead thus far.
That'll be Como looking to respond as they did in their matchup with the Zephyrs on the 23rd. Mahtomedi had goals from De La Torres and Pilarski as some physical battle right there on the line results on a free kick, I believe, upcoming for Como.
Yeah, a little bit of aggressiveness on both sides. You got to like it. Corey Pilarski with the Zephyrs and 28 of the Cougars, just kind of both battling, looking for position, and that's a big part of the game, is just position. So nice job, both players giving it their all and trying to find a way to get to that matchup here on Thursday.
As the ball went out of bounds following the free kick attempt, it'll be De La Torres to play it for Como. Again, De La Torres and Corey Pilarski both with goals in that matchup before Curlin Kayaw was able to score 2 himself, which resulted in the 2-2 tie between these two squads. But this time the stakes are raised a little bit more, as the Como Cougars look to regain possession on that far side. Can be gathered up again by Mahtomedi before sent into traffic, and Como can move the ball back the other way. Sent back further, a lead pass just a little bit too far as he was trying to find Abdulaziz Ahmed, the leading scorer for Como. As the ball goes back again, looking for Pilarski, as Pilarski has an opportunity before Como is able to set back and play his own defense.
Yeah, we get our first look at Ahmed, just a sophomore for the Cougars, but he does lead the team in goals with 8 on the season. We were talking earlier on a decision and why he wasn't in the starting lineup, as that one clips the goalpost. Another opportunity for Mahtomedi. A good look, and Lopez is bailed out by the large pipe.
Zephyrs starting to assert some pressure here in this one. A header attempt in front, looking for Gorlinski to get his second, as it'll go bouncing out past towards the track. There's a great opportunity here for Mahtomedi, goes wasted.
Yeah, Gorlinski again, just all over the field thus far early in this first half. Has the game's only goal and just continuing to play like a senior should.
That'll be Como looking to keep play alive on that sideline. It goes bouncing out of bounds off the foot of a Cougar. A throw incoming as Berg try to send it further. As Como sent it high into the air, into the Zephyr bench and into the stands, I believe, and it'll be a throw incoming here from Mahtomedi. As Berg throws it in, bounces back and through to the center. Headed further though as Goralnik tried to gain control. Pilarski bounced high and back through to the center of the pitch as a whistle blows, and there'll be a free kick coming here for Como.
Yeah, and you know, far into their zone. This is look to set something up here.
Goes bouncing onto this far side as Como looks to toe that line. They will, as it comes back here once again, as some sort of a large cheer has broken out here as the ball gets sent back out further. Not 100% sure what the cause of that one was, but nevertheless play continues as Como looks to respond to that goal, as that'll be Ahmed Aden playing the ball in, defended in double coverage by the Zephyrs. It'll be a goal kick coming here from Mahtomedi.
Now the Cougars trying to apply a little bit of pressure again, which is what you need to do after you go down 1-0. A lot of game left though. Just under 10 minutes here, first half. Still got a whole nother half to play. So just got to find a way to weather the storm and create some offensive opportunities.
The ball sent in by De La Torres. Goes looking for Pilarski. But the Comos, who have played sound defensively, look to move the ball back up the field, looking for one of his teammates before it goes out of bounds. Another throw in coming for Como. Further up ahead, as they'll work it back through to the center of the pitch. Chipped ahead before the Zephyrs can clear back high into the air. Goes back to the person of Gorlinski. Gorlinski fighting around pressure, looking to find Goralnik, as Goralnik racing forward. Looks to find a player before sending it back onto the far side, where it can be played there and settled down. Turned it over though as Como tries to clear back the other way. Ahmed turns it over himself. Goralnik tried to send it in front for Pilarski. But Como again playing with 5 back at times on that back line has snuffed out that opportunity. Sent high into the air, out of bounds for Como. It'll be a throw-in coming.
Yeah, and you can tell that Como wants to make sure that they've got the extra man back to help out the young goaltender to try to bring really any little bit of relief, so he has to only face shots from outside the perimeter. Doing a nice job thus far, but again, it takes away a little bit on what you want to do on the offensive side of the ball when you drop that extra man back.
That'll be Myers looking to spring Pilarski, as the Cougars try to create an opportunity. They've had some good opportunities as well, as it'll be a rush now for Kobe Owu, waiting for his team to get there. He'll send it across, but it's intercepted by the Zephyrs, who are also playing some solid defense here, as it gets bounced all the way back out through to the center of the pitch. As here's Po Dar. Dar sent a shot on, but it's intercepted by the Zephyrs, and before Ahmed battles with Gorlinski, and Goralnik wins the battle up ahead further to Pilarski. Pilarski turned it over. It's going to be a story of the game if the Zephyrs can keep the turnovers to a minimum, because this Como team has shown strides where they have been extremely dangerous, Jeb.
Absolutely, and anytime you can, turn the ball over on the defensive side of things, it creates an offensive opportunity. We've seen Como do that a few times now, where they've changed the field position within an instance, and it's created some looks. But again, Mahtomedi is doing a nice job. That last man back there, has done a nice job of shutting things down.
Player tripped up as that was Kobe Owu who hit the turf. They're looking for a whistle once again, but one will not come. As he tried to look for Pilarski, did the Zephyr. Before it's gathered by Ahmed. Sending it onto this near side now for Yadne Say. Say send it up further. Owu try to chip it back. It can be gathered there. Held in nicely, though, by the Cougars.
Yeah, good footwork there. Now you see another turnover. A nice job there. Gerlinski again showing his senior leadership, but there's that defense again just stepping up. Como cannot find a way to get in the red zone, if you will, inside the 20. It's been all Mahtomedi defense here ever since about, I'd say, 12, 13 minutes. Mahtomedi has done a nice job again adjusting to what Como Park was bringing early on. We haven't seen a quality shot from the Cougars outside of the first 10 minutes of the match.
It'll be Stoker to take the throw in as substitutions come on, one aside for each team. Here as we near the 36th minute in the 35th of this matchup. 1-0 Zephyrs lead on the strength of Adam Gerlinski's goal in the 24th minute for the senior captain. As Como fighting, a whistle will blow. It'll be a free kick coming for Como as they quickly rush it up play. Some great speed into the corner goes Como, but Connor Stoker's able to get the ball back to De La Torres, who can establish play as the Zephyrs look to add to their 1-0 lead.
Yeah, just a little out of the reach there. Certainly plenty of hustle shown, but just ran out of field. De La Torres will show off the big left foot as he puts it well over the midpoint of the field. And that's such an advantage when you've got a kicker that has such a strong leg like that. Really allows you to set up that offense much sooner than you normally would have if you were just throwing it in or having to pass up to some of your defense.
Berg's attempt to clear the ball into the attacking half went off the side of his foot. A throw-in coming for Como. Onto the near side go the Cougars. Some great rush up the field. Ball whistle blows. It'll be out of bounds, I think, as he didn't quite hold that line. And the throw-in will go in the favor of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs.
Yeah, just a couple of inches, game of inches, if you will, just rolled out on him. Take a look at Owu there, who's done a nice job and shown some good offensive attack. But again, credit to the Zephyrs defense of shutting him down thus far. And again, they're looking at the sophomore leading scorer for Como Park, who's been quiet thus far in Ahmed. Came into the game as a sub, so didn't start, but his couple of chances with the ball, the Mahtomedi has been right there to shut him down.
As Owu and Lallier do battle on the near side, it'll be a throw-in coming for the Zephyrs as Berg will take it. Berg's throw-in finds Gerlinski. Off the foot, though, as goes back to James, who tried to clear it ahead, but held in once again right on the line as Pilarski and the head coach Dominic Isaac are holding that line right between inbounds and out of bounds. A whistle blows as there's a Como player tying his shoe in the middle of the field, and De La Torres will take possession.
About 3.5 left to play here this opening half, and we'll see if Como can find a way to create some offense here late in the half and try to tie this one up. But again, Mahtomedi doing a nice job adjusting after about the 10-minute mark. You see some contact there, and Como not happy right now with how the officiating has been thus far. They've had a couple of calls go against them, and then the no call down in their own end ended up leading to a Gerlinski goal. So, we'll see how things play out. You got to keep playing. At the end of the day, it's the players, they've got to make the plays, especially in the game of soccer.
Throw in coming as they look to add to their lead. Bounces high in the air, and the freshman goaltender Lopez is able to come out. He'll play it for Como. As a right-footed kick sent back through to the center of the field, intercepted by the Zephyrs as Berg will dance with the ball here on the near side, sending it to James. James taken down by Yane Say, and the free kick coming for Mahtomedi as Berg will take it.
Yeah, no doubter there. Say got in there and essentially just took the player down. That one's going to get called every time.
Berg sends a kick in. Here's Gerlinski moving around a couple of Cougars. Switching his feet, a right-footed shot, dangerous shot, went off of a defender in front, and that helped Lopez make the save.
Yeah, you see here Murphy almost had a good look there as it went off of Passed Tit, but fortunate break for the Cougars, and Lopez is again right there, a matter of inches. Lopez doing a nice job getting his hands out on the ball before Mahtomedi could have another quality scoring chance.
As Gralnick sends it onto the near corner, far corner rather, for Murphy. It goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming here for Como in this last 90 seconds here of this opening half. As it'll be Aden to take the throw-in here for Como. Aden looking for a couple of helpers on that near side. Couldn't quite spring one, but some great speed from Como allows them to keep play alive. Goes off of a Zephyr, but Myers able to hold it in for Mahtomedi. Further up ahead, Murphy turned it over. Aden sent back in further by Como, as it'll come onto the near side here for Le Cartu. The ball once again right on that line. Very dangerous to being out of bounds as the Zephyr head coach continues to look for that whistle here in the last minute. Sent in front as the Zephyrs trying to battle to add one here before the halftime whistle comes. It'll be a blown whistle here, and Como will get a throw in here.
Yeah, they go with that. They seem to elect to go with that quick startup. They don't let anyone get any time to set up on the free kick, which I suppose I don't blame them from being back in their own end. They're not going to gain a whole heck of a lot letting them force a wall. You see there, Como Park Cougar player taken down. Now they get a free kick at about the 28 on the football field.
A right-footed shot over the field goal post. Again, the second one of those we've seen tonight, and certainly Como fans are distressed with the situation here tonight with the officiating. But of course, the officials are paid to officiate and players are paid to play, and that's what they'll do here as they head into halftime here with the Zephyrs leading 1-0 on this one on the strength of Adam Grelinski's goal in the 24th minute. We will be back with the second half of this one alongside Jeb Brand. I'm Alex Westad. This is your home for Zephyr Soccer here on SEC Sports.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. The best part about playing soccer is that I get to run around and have fun. Just because I had a heart transplant, I don't expect people to take it easy on me. I can still do anything they can do. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live. I feel like it's my responsibility to live each day to the fullest. And the thing I look forward to the most is having my own family.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
I am a veteran, and my victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
I am a veteran. My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
My victory was finishing my education.
Mine is proving a disability is not a limitation.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory is having my new battle buddy.
As veterans face their challenges, DAV is there to help for victories great and small.
I'm a veteran, and my victory is getting the help I needed to put my life back together.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support.
I am a veteran. My victory is being there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. all of us. You're going to need our technical skills, our math, our engineering skills. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Turnovers, the story of the game so far in this one as the Zephyrs lead the St. Paul Como Cougars 1-0 after a turnover-filled first half, and it led to the first goal here for the Cougars, Jeb.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth action. You can see here a couple of players get tied up, and what ultimately looked to be like a foul ended up with a no call. Cougars continued to kind of look around, and it was just a matter of time there before Grelinski buried it in the back of the net, and that's where we stand, 1-0 through one half of play. We'll see if the Cougars can bounce back here in the second half.
Alongside Jeb Brand, Alex Westad here for this Section 4A semifinal matchup. The winner of this one advances to play either St. Croix Prep or St. Paul Harding as the Cougars start the second half here on a run. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a corner upcoming for St. Paul Como. We see that rushed attack seeming to work here as the ball goes into the center before it goes all the way back out of the defense. But that rushed attack on all their out-of-bounds plays seems to be an odd strategy, but works for them at times.
Yeah, that one kind of threw us for a loop. I could see where it's deep in their own end, where it would pay off to kind of catch the opponent off guard, but gave away a corner kick right there. It did lead to the ball getting in near Del Torres, but you can see here he just decided to play it out as a pass, but unfortunately no one could get a foot on it near the net. An easy save for Del Torres and sent out. Play goes on.
Well, the team switch sides now. Zephyrs moving left to right across your TV screen, with the Cougars of Como moving right to left. As De La Torres in a goaltender's navy blue sends a left-footed kick high into the center of the field, looking for Pilarski before it's headed back by the Cougars, as they'll look to answer this 1-0 lead that the Zephyrs have entertained since the 24th minute. Strong pass up ahead as it goes to Jeanny, who tried to send it across before De La Torres is able to take possession for Mahtomedi. And it'll be a goal kick coming for them.
Yeah, just unable to get a good foot on it on that one was Jeanny, but I like how they're coming out flying here, the Cougars. They are. Again, Mahtomedi did a fantastic job of adjusting to that attack early in the start of the game, and eventually goal by Pilarski, and that's where we're Grelinski, excuse me, and that's where we stand at this point, 1-0 Mahtomedi.
Pilarski tried to run it in for Mahtomedi, but the Cougars are able to regain possession. A stretch pass looking to find Galindo for the Cougars before Mahtomedi's Grelinski can take possession again, looking for Goralnik now in the center before coming to find Trig Myers here on this near side. Sent in further though as the Zephyrs do some give and go passing here as it goes out of bounds. We'll wait the flag and it'll be in possession of Como.
I just fell out of play there, and it looks like Ahmed Adin will throw in here for the Cougars. As soon as they can get the ball that made its way all the way down to the other end of the field. So some time chewed off the clock there, and if you're the Cougars, until you can tie this one up, you need all the time you can get.
Goralnik sent back across, looking to find Goralnik again in front as Pilarski also trying to reach for the ball. It'll go out of bounds and be a goal kick here for St. Paul Como. As a goaltender, Lopez will defer to Law 2, the senior defenseman, one of three brothers on this team. As play can be controlled by Como as they'll chip it ahead. Off of players, he goes straight down as I think that ball hit him where it hurts. Slow to get up, the whistle will blow And I think that's just a case of the ball hitting him in a sensitive area there, Jeb.
Yeah, that one looked like it caught him right in the midsection there, and just a couple minutes here to let him kind of shake it off. And folks, we always want to remind you, we're looking for volunteers as fantastic cameramen, camera women. If you're interested, you could certainly shoot us a call at 651-747-3821, or you can always email Arlen Becker at arlen@scctv.org. It's a fantastic way to learn a little bit about the broadcast. If you're in college, it looks fantastic on a resume. It's you can even find yourself up in the booth here with Alex and I sometime, maybe calling the game.
Now, certainly one of the most fun experiences a person could be a part of, and we certainly hope to see you out here on the field, in the court, or at the rink sometime coming up here soon. As the ball comes all the way back to the defensive half for Como, a whistle blew. And again, lots of arguing and conversations here from Adam Gerlinski, the captain for the Zephyrs, as De La Torres will play up out of his net to make the free kick for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, De La Torres just an all-around absolute stud, and has a huge booming left foot, as you can see there. He can dang near send it the length of the field. And so that's why a lot of times they look to put the ball on De La Torres' foot. And again, tonight, an interesting play. But so far, it has panned out to have him back as your final line of defense in nets.
Now as play continues onto that far side, it'll be Berg sent it further ahead before two can send it all the way back out. Bounced high into the air off of a couple of players. We'll wait for the official signal. And it'll be a throw-in coming here for Como, as it'll be Aden to take it. Como in yellow, Mahtomedi in white. Tried to send it further ahead before the ball bouncing back through to the center as the Zephyrs try to rush, but defended nicely to slow down the Zephyr attack, as they'll get a throw-in as Berg takes it on that far side.
Yeah, that was a beautiful slide tackle by Aden there to get a foot on the ball and send it out of play to slow that attack, and nicely done.
Aden's throw-in off of the head of a Zephyr before Aden plays it further up ahead now. As Como, as the ball goes out of bounds now, will be a throw-in coming here from Mahtomedi.
You can see that defense for the Zephyrs starting to suffocate the Cougar offense, and really will not allow them to get into the offensive side of the field to try to create a scoring attack. Del Torres, again, has not really faced a whole lot of real challenging shots thus far, and the Cougars here is still plenty of time in the second half, but got to start to apply some offensive pressure if you want to try to make your way on to Thursday night in that Section 4A championship game.
If the Zephyrs win this one, that game would be here on Thursday as the high seeds hosted teams. We'll have it for you here on SCC Sports. And of course, if Como were to win, they would travel, being the lowest remaining seed in Section 4A, they would travel to either St. Croix Prep or St. Paul Harding. And of course, if Mahtomedi were not to win, we would not have that one for you here on SCC Sports. As play continues here now, Como looking to set play up on that far side. A chip pass shoveled in as Como races for the ball, goes out of bounds, and a goal kick coming here for Mahtomedi as De La Torres will take it again.
That one's close. It looked like it was almost the potential of a corner. Yeah, they're going to get the call here. It's a corner kick, and Aden will throw it on over. We'll see if they actually decide to put a big boot on it, try to create some havoc out in front. It looks like that's what it's going to be.
Traffic in front, headed in, but it's cleared out by Goralnik as it goes bouncing out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in this time for St. Paul Como. Their second attempt on the corner kick goes without fruition as the Zephyrs can clear it back out through to center, looking for Pilarski. Pilarski, though, as the ball is intercepted, can be played further ahead by Como off of a Zephyr before Ahmed trying to play it. Turned it over now as Murphy tripped up. Whistle blows, and it'll be a free kick coming for Mahtomedi.
Yeah,
or in fact, they'll pull out the yellow card on him, I believe.
Oh, wow, yeah. That was an aggressive play. Looks like Ahmed Aden just maybe a little too aggressive. The yellow card, he's having a little conversation right now with the official. He's going to take a seat momentarily. A tough break for the Cougars as he was one of their, he's certainly a difference maker in tonight's games. It'll be tough with him not on the field. We'll see how they adjust to that.
First booking of the game, Aden, a yellow card in the 48th minute. As Como trying to reestablish possession, some physicality here on both sides, and that's been the tone of the game so far as both teams have been extremely physical here in this one.
Yeah, and you like to see that in a semifinal game, leaving it all out there and trying to make your way to the championship. I like the aggressiveness and just the sheer all competition from both sides. It's great to see.
So as Como regains possession, Cougars seem to have the better of chances here in this second half, at least in the early going, but Mahtomedi looks to change that as it will come here now for Myers. On this near side, Myers looking for Pilarski further. The ball goes out of bounds and will be a goal kick coming, as it will be Lopez who will kick it out here for the Cougars.
Yeah, Como's done a nice job of getting into the offensive side of the field. Unfortunately, that defense for the Zephyrs has been so suffocating. They cannot find a way to put a quality shot in on Del Torres. As a call there will allow a free kick, but from well out, they're just going to elude to play it up as a pass.
Johnny had it ahead now here as Ahmed will take it for Como. Further along for Kia, as we mentioned most of the night, Kia with 2 goals in the matchup between these two teams on September 23rd, a 2-2 tie. And it's been a lot of that play back and forth, both sides, evenly matched teams here at Mahtomedi Stadium tonight.
Yeah, and really neither team able to get a real quality scoring chance. It's been a lot of neutral zone play, and when we have gone into one or the other end, both defense have just really locked down and not allowed a point-blank shot in other than the Grelinski goal that we've seen in the first half.
Now throw-in coming on that far side. It'll be Berg to take it for Mahtomedi. Berg throwing it in further, looking for Pilarski. It gets headed out by T. Battle for the ball on that line. Gets to Pilarski now, center of the field. Pilarski turned it over. Ahmed tried to gather it up. Goralnik, a touch pass to Grelinski onto the near side now. Looking here for Myers. Myers, stutter stepping, shaking in around the defense before it's cleared out by Como. Back out is Goralnik. Tried to play it further as here's Myers now. Myers sent in further. As a turnover, and Como can start looking back the other way. As it was Connor Stoker as a Cougar falls down. Sent back to the center. Grelinski trying to look for Pilarski. Pilarski from a sharp angle will just take it into the corner, wait for his offense to set up. Pilarski now dancing around the corner, turns it over, and Como will take control. A large St. Paul Como contingent here making a lot of noise for their team tonight.
Yeah, great defense shown there too. Didn't get overzealous, didn't give the angle away, kept the body position upright, and eventually took the ball from Grilarski and turned it back the other way for Como.
Ball sent ahead further as it will be Owu getting the ball on that far side, waiting for help. Owu cutting it back, looking for a chance, sent it in front, give and go on the touch pass. Will go out past the goal line, and it'll be a goal kick coming for Mahtomedi.
Oh, you can see just such a talented player, but really unable to create the space. Again, that's a credit to Mahtomedi's defense. It's both teams have really, really impressed me tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Doesn't make for the most entertaining game, but when it comes to strategy and playing the game the right way, very impressed with both sides in their defensive play.
De La Torre sends a left-footed kick here through to the center of the field, hits the head of Ahmed before being bounced ahead further by Stoker for the Zephyrs. Held in though before it goes bouncing out of bounds. And the throw-in coming for the Zephyrs as it'll be Myers to take it. Myers looking for Pilarski, turns it over. And Como with 3 on Pilarski and close. Pilarski gets around all 3 of them with an opportunity, and they cross to try and keep play alive on that side. Ball racing for that line back further as the Zephyrs can control. Pilarski in front, a shot, and it goes high. Wide off the cage, ball still in play. Comes out though as Ahmed can take control for Como, and the Cougars can finally clear it out.
A lot of action there as the ball never actually made it on net, but what looked to be going out of play ended up staying down in the corner and created an opportunity, but a good job by Como defense to stay poised and just stick with it.
Well, here goes the Como attack now, the other way looking for Owu, but intercepted by Lallier. Now here for Goralnik on this near side. Goralnik tried to spring Myers and look for that corner, but it goes out of bounds. Throw in coming here for Como. Off of the foot of Kaya before Owu. Owu back for Kaya. Looking to send it across now for Ahmed. Ahmed racing with the ball into the attacking half. Sends it in front looking for Owu before the big gloves there of De La Torres is able to take away that opportunity from the Cougars.
I like that though. Put the ball on net. You're not going to score unless you put the ball on net. A nice job there by Ahmed sending it in. Not a very tough save for De La Torres, but nevertheless, he got to make the save, and he did. So credit to him, but good job on both sides.
Berg mishandles the ball. He'll have to send it back where De La Torres can kick it further ahead. All the way back out through to the center of the pitch where T can play it for Como. Bouncing back alive before it can be played up further now as it can go back into the center. Como again looking for a call. Again, so far 1-0 here as we enter the 54th minute of this matchup, and the Zephyrs have a run 2-on-1, but the pass just behind Pilarski. It gives Como a chance to reset.
Yeah, it's much like a Floyd Mayweather versus Floyd Mayweather fight. A lot of defense, neither side really applying, any punches. It's just all defense, defense, defense. And outside of the, the little bit of a breakdown on the Cougars when they thought the play should have been stopped due to the infraction, it wasn't. It's a 1-0 Zephyr game, but it'll be interesting to see here as we get inside kind of the hot zone now. 25 minutes left. If Como is going to be able to find a way to break the shutout of Del Torres and push this one to overtime.
Looking for Pilarski on that far side. The Cougars are able to play the ball further up ahead. Pass to the center of the field, played nicely along that sideline with speed. Here comes Lee Hart-C. The ball just goes out of bounds a little bit too quick. A throw incoming here for Mahtomedi. This ball off the foot of Grelinski. Grelinski playing the body to keep play alive. Turned it over now. As it goes bouncing back out through the center of the pitch. Grelinski now with the first goal here for Mahtomedi, the only goal in the 24th minute. Again, the only other stat of note, the yellow card given to Como's Aden after a tackle and a shot going high and wide again through the field goal uprights, as we'll get some substitutions coming on for the Cougars.
Good idea by Como Park, but you gotta fire that ball in. Make Del Torres make a save. Putting it up in the air like that, even if it is on net, that's an easy save for the well-rounded player.
Now Del Torres, a line drive kick, turns it over as Myers goes off a couple of players. The whistle indicates that it will be Mahtomedi ball, as it'll be Myers to throw it in. Myers throwing it in, goes bouncing out, and this one should go in possession of St. Paul Como, which it will. As it'll be Aden to throw it in. Looking further for Owu, a miscommunication there, turns it over. The ball goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming here for Mahtomedi. Stoker to take it, one of many three-sport athletes here in Mahtomedi. Stoker playing soccer, hockey, lacrosse, other names on this team too. Lallier, among others, all who play three sports, as well as in addition Corey Pilarski too, coming over from North St. Paul.
Yeah, you gotta love the just well-rounded athletes. You're starting to see that fade away in today's day and age. Some kids seem to focus on only one sport. I'm an old school kind of guy. I love to see kids playing multiple sports, and really, honestly, the conditioning of soccer prepares you for that hockey season. And then, again, you mentioned lacrosse. It's all of those sports kind of complement one another.
James's corner kick opportunity bounces wide of the net, and Como will quickly look to restart play again. The right-footed kick sent further up as Como looks to play, turned over those. Gralinsky just outplayed his man. Gralinsky sent it off of a Como player, goes out of bounds. And a throw-in coming here on that far side for Gralinsky, but he'll leave it for James.
Just over 22 minutes left to play, and Mahtomedi is looking to punch that ticket to Thursday night Section 4A championship. Como trying to spoil the evening as incidental hand touch there on that one there. That'll turn the ball over for Mahtomedi.
It'll be Gralinsky to take the free kick here for Mahtomedi at about the 29-yard line. Sends it onto the far side, looking here for Stoker. Sent in front, the head too far for Lallier. The ball goes bouncing out of bounds. They're looking for a handball in the crease areas. We'll take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, I can see a good look there, but just out of the reach for Lapidat as he tried to get ahead on it.
Left-footed kick sent further along now as he looks to keep play alive. Onto that near side. Owu battling with Como. As the ball sent further, looking for Pilarski. Turned it over. Onto the near side now. Lapidat trying to keep possession moving forward. Turning it over. Some physical battling here on the near side. Sent further up ahead, looking to spring for Owu, but Mahtomedi has it covered defensively. They'll send it into the Como bench. Thrown in quickly now, as it'll be Kiyaw. Sent it across now. Lapidat battling with him, takes him down. Quickly back up though, as Mahtomedi looks to regain control on the attack. Sent back now. De La Torres sends it further. And Como continuing to have players back when they need to extend themselves, trying to tie this one up.
Yep, 20 minutes left. We'll see if they can apply some pressure. Again, the Zephyrs doing a great job of weathering the storm, if you will, as they start to get into their zone. They've done a nice job of shutting the forwards down and really not allowing much for an open look on De La Torres.
It'll be a throw-in coming here for Como. A lot of speed, intercepted, almost, bouncing. As the Como players look for a handball, they'll get a call here as it goes out of bounds on the near side. Sent back in. The Cougars will battle for possession. Tried to put it in front before it's intercepted here by T. T sends it in. Four off of the head of Figueroa, and Pilarski with speed trying to clear back to the center of the field. Can't do so as Two will be able to send it further ahead.
Yeah, nice job by Two stepping up there as the Zephyrs look to have a little 2-on-2 break. Two stepping up nicely, putting the ball back in the Mahtomedi end, trying to get his forwards an opportunity to make a play.
Ball cleared out by Mahtomedi. They'll get a throw in coming here halfway home in the second half. As they'll continue to keep play moving. A right-footed shot just goes off the glove of De La Torres out of bounds, and a corner, or it will be a goal kick as it did miss his glove.
A great job by Owu, and that's what I'm looking to see is just put the ball on net. Now that one just a foot or two wide, but again, a good look. Make that, De La Torres earn it. Right now, all of the shots he's had to face have been from well far out, and have essentially been floaters. That was the first one. It was a real good look by Owu, just wide of the net.
Back the other way with numbers if they hurry are the Zephyrs. Gralinsky moving in, looking for Figueroa. He has an open net and a chance, and a shot goes high off the crossbar.
That looked like they may have flagged him just before he's able to get a shot as offsides as he snuck in behind the Como Park defense. So a good call by the officials, but nonetheless, Figueroa ended up putting it high regardless.
Como looking to reestablish possession. Sent back through to the center of the pitch for Galindo. Galindo cleared out though, as the Zephyrs can gather it high into the air. Pilarski missed the header before Aden Sends it back on that far side, and it'll be a throw-in coming from Mahtomedi. Berg to take the throw-in here for the Zephyrs. Throwing to the center, looking for Figueroa before turning it over now as Como will take control. Sent back further, Pilarski looking to find a man in front before Como's able to clear it back out, but they'll follow up a shot high and through the crossbar once again. And it'll be a goal kick coming here for Como.
Yeah, I just sailed on him a little bit, but I like the idea. I like putting the ball at the net. Gorlanik there had a good look, but just flew it high.
Well, here's Ahmed, leading goal scorer for the Como Cougars. Sent in onside. As here's Como, and there's the whistle now, and as I believe it may just be offside.
Yeah, just snuck in a hair early there. Good look. You could hear the fan base for the Cougars starting to show some excitement. They had some numbers, but one of the forwards just snuck in a little early, and the ref was there to flag him down.
It'll be De La Torres to take the ball as he'll play out of his goal just for the time being. As we saw the officials sign indicating that the player went onside, then offside, then back offside again. And a turnover here, right-footed shot. It'll trickle wide left of the cage.
Just missed there, but again, good look. I like seeing Myers there. Put a good solid kick on it, just a little bit of spin on it. Went wide.
Ball bouncing further up ahead though. Myers sends it further for T, who will try to gain control, but here's Figueroa now. A nice little attempt at a pass going in. Racing to the sideline as Como tries to get there. Sent back further as they'll intercept at center. Coming back now is Como trying as a couple of Zephyrs go down, and the Cougars will look to capitalize. Ball sent in front as Ahmed trying to get it for Ho. Shot and a goal! That's Kobe Owu who ties this match at 1 between the Panthers and the Zephyrs.
I like it. I like to see Owu. You know, at first it looked like he was going to give up an opportunity to shoot. I'd like to see him fire, but eventually the ball squirts right back out to him. He gets an opportunity and he beats De La Torre to the left side. A nice job by Owu, and we, just like that, are all knotted up at 1 and 15 and a half left to play.
It was Grelinski who scored first for Mahtomedi in the 24th minute. Then the yellow card to Aden came in the 48th minute for St. Paul Como. And now Owu here at the 65th minute ties it at 1 apiece here in this Section 4A semifinal. Zephyrs do not want to see this one go to extra time, and definitely not penalty kicks. As the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in coming for Como as the Cougars look to continue to show this sudden spurt of energy that they've had here in this one.
Yeah, nothing to lose. You're the fourth place, fourth ranked, if you will, seeded team up against the number 1 seed, and you're on their turf. They come out firing here. This is what they look like in the opening 10 minutes. That's the Como Park Cougars, but Mahtomedi made some adjustments, and we'll see if they can make those same adjustments here to try to gain some offense, find a way to put the Cougars away and head on to play Thursday night.
And a throw-in coming here. They'll send it in further, as that'll be Pertumwa. Battling, tried to send further for Pilarski. A ball goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming here for Mahtomedi. Onto the near side, Owu. This ball goes out of bounds, the whistle stays, and it'll be Como's ball. The Como coach urging his players to slow down. He's seen them push the pace at times tonight. And that's exactly what Como will do. They'll slow it down here. As it'll be Aden sending it back to the center of the pitch for 2. And then they'll play the ball further, looking for Owu. Intercepted, though, by Mahtomedi. Up ahead further now, Goralnik. Goralnik for Myers here on this near side, then back to Goralnik. Goralnik sent it further along, looking to feed Pertumwa. And Pertumwa will simply send it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in coming here for Como.
Yeah, I think the whole reason Jonah Fields, head coach of the Cougars, wants him to slow it down is you know, they don't want to make that extra aggressive move now at this point as it being a tie game and allowing a miss hit or an opening for Mahtomedi to take advantage of it and eventually go in and take that 2-1 lead here late. As we near in on 13 minutes left, I think we're going to see a very tight back and forth, just like we did for most of the game, defensive play from both sides.
Oh, wait for the throw in here coming for Como. As it'll be Aden throwing it further, looking for Owu. Owu, who holds the line. The whistle blows, and it could not quite hold that line, as it'll be a throw in coming for Mahtomedi. It'll be Stoker to throw it in for the Zephyrs. Stoker throwing up the line. Try to get it further before Kiyaw was able to play to set up the play again. Before it's sent further along now here by Mulcahy. Ball bouncing back and forth both ways. Pilarski headed further. Looking for a couple of players. Como with 5 near the ball before Mulcahy can send it back in. As here's Ahmed. Ahmed as Goralnik gives him a shove. Goralnik working around a couple of players before Como, who's had the better of possession here, continues to work up the field. Ahmed sending it back and further, looking for Owu before it's headed back the other way by Ryan Murphy. As we get a whistle blows there, it'll be a free kick coming here from Mahtomedi.
Yeah, I didn't see the infraction to allow the kick, but nonetheless, it's from a long ways out, and so Mahtomedi alludes to just pass in.
Here's Goralnik, sent it in front. Cross couldn't quite do it, as again that back line for Como continues to be strong. Sent further up ahead on a rush as De La Torres comes out. He'll make the play and he'll send it back further as Mahtomedi looks for it. The Mahtomedi coach is looking for a whistle. They don't get one. And it goes back onto this far side. Kiyaw send it back further. He'll get it again. Kiyaw looking for Owu. Before sent in further, Kiyaw sent it too far. Nobody there for Como. It'll be a throw-in coming here for Mahtomedi.
Aggressive play by Del Torres, but it works out in his favor, as you could see, as him and Kiyaw go in together, and it's De La Torres to win that battle, which was a big break for the Zephyrs, as the Como Park Cougars nearly stole one here with just over 10 minutes left to play.
It'll be Myers to throw in the ball. As he does, he's looking for somebody further, but it goes to the possession of Lopez, the goaltender, the freshman goaltender for this Como Cougar squad, who has performed admirably since giving up that goal.
Yeah, they really have. They've done a nice job. Again, a game of adjustments, really a strategic game, and both sides have honestly done a fantastic job of adjusting to one another. It'd be interesting to see who's going to make the right adjustments here as we come down the stretch. Who's going to end up finding a way to punch their ticket to Thursday night.
Ball played further up ahead, though. Goralnik tried to send it along before it's intercepted, though, by Como. A nice slide tackle attempt. Sends the ball back into the center of the pitch. Trying to head it further now for Pilarski was Pertumwam. Before it goes all the way back now too far, and he'll be Kiyaw once again looking for Owu, but Owu looked to be offside. Does not matter, though, as De La Torres was able to come out and smother that chance.
Yeah, good look there. Tried to spring Owu. De La Torres really aware of the situation. I could see why head coach Dominic Isaac now decided to put his star player back in net. It's almost like he knew it was going to come down to you know, it's a punching match back and forth. Both teams have traded blows, and right now it's Como Park delivering most of the shots. Mahtomedi is doing a good job weathering the storm thus far.
Well, we said, Jeb, at the start of the second half here was a story of turnovers, and it's been a couple of turnovers here lately that have led to chances for St. Paul Como. Kiyaw sends it further ahead with a nifty little play. So he's tried to get Owu back in front, but the Zephyrs swiftly take that opportunity away. Swing back further away as the ball gets sent to the corner as Como tried to send somebody breaking in. As the whistle blows, and there'll be an opportunity for Mahtomedi as they'll throw in deep in their own zone. And that'll be Myers to take it as substitutions come on for Mahtomedi.
just 8:40 left to play, and Como Park fans are very vocal, trying to lead their team through some cheers here, will their way to victory.
Of course, the two teams played the same matchup just a few hours ago as the Section 4A girls semifinal was played here. Pilarski with an opportunity, taken away by 2, battle in front, and the freshman goaltender takes it away from Mahtomedi. 2 Zephyrs were circling, and the freshman goaltender said no.
Yeah, you see Murphy gets in behind the defense here, and a great opportunity, but Lopez, the youngster, ends up coming up, putting his body down. A nice job by Murphy, alluding not to kick him square in the chest there, so some showmanship as well.
As the ball can be played back here on this near side by Ki Yaw. Again, we mentioned Como and the Zephyrs played in the girls 4A semifinal just before this one, with Mahtomedi being victorious by a final of 8-0. This matchup has not been that same result, as we are down to the wire here now in the last 10 minutes, tied at 1.
Owu and the Zephyr defense collided there. They elect to call it actually in the way of Como, so the call goes the way of the Cougars. It allows a free kick here. A little ways out, but certainly enough to at least set up an offensive play here. We'll see what 2 decides to do, and it looks like he just decides to get it on inside.
Ki Yaw battling for Como. Sent it in across in front, looking for Owu. Owu taken down in the box. It'll be a whistle and a penalty kick upcoming for Como as Owu slow to get up.
Owu looks a little shaken there as his team is fired up. You can see Ahmed real excited there as he knows one of his go-to teammates has got a great opportunity. It looked like he just got tripped up a little bit with Lallier, but nonetheless, Owu, if he's able, is going to have a real close opportunity, just him and De La Torre, but it doesn't look like he's getting up anytime soon here.
Let's see, Kobe Owu down on the field. He has 1 goal tonight. Now he's doing some push-ups on the field, showing that he's ready to go, as the athletic trainer, Karen Carlson, came out to take a look. Seems to be okay, but it'll be a penalty kick situation here. A 1-1 tie, 6:43 to go in this one. And this will be the game on the foot here of Law 2.
Yeah, and if you're Como, that is certainly a player that you do not mind having. The senior defender has got a huge leg on him. So this is what section 4A semifinal soccer is all about. Just 6:43 left to play, and it really essentially comes down to this.
2 versus De La Torres. Slowly in. Right-footed kick, shot, score! Como takes a 2-1 lead on a penalty kick by Law 2, and with 6 minutes left, it'll be up to the Zephyrs to respond and force overtime.
A fantastic job by the senior defense. The right foot, and you know what, De La Torres guessed right as well. He dove to his right, got a hand on it, but just the big leg of 2 was too much, and was able to put it right through him.
That gives St. Paul Como their first lead of this match, 2-1, with 6:39 to go on the penalty kick by Law 2. As the season down to the line now, with the last 6:40 to go here for Mahtomedi, looking to extend this one and head it to overtime. Grolinski sending the ball into the attacking half, looking to spring now, as here's Myers into the corner. Myers battled off nicely by 2. They'll look for a whistle, and it'll be a goal kick coming here for St. Paul Como.
Yeah, I like the no call there. Both players just going after the ball. Looks like Myers tried to sell it a little bit, but now we'll see. Just over 6 minutes left. We'll see if Mahtomedi can find a way. Got to throw everything at the young goaltender down on the other end at this point. Everything's got to go to the net. Really got to bring the house, essentially. No reason to keep an extra guy or even 2 back at this point.
Ball sent back further up ahead. The story of this one, Zephyrs scored first in the 24th minute as Adam Grelinski scored off of a turnover and a delayed call, or a non-call as the Como faithful thought here. Then it was a yellow card at the 48th minute by Aden. And you thought that Como might be getting into penalty trouble, but then Owu tied it at the 65th minute before Tu was able to score on a penalty kick in the 73rd.
And as they say, you know, Alex, the ball never lies. And maybe the no call early on, in which Como thought that they caught a bad break, and they end up getting the call inside. And it leads to what right now is a 2-1 lead over the Zephyrs, the #1 Zephyrs, that is. First time Como has led really in any match. You know, you touched on it earlier. They came back down 2-0 in the regular season match in order to force a tie. And here tonight they trailed 1-0 and found a way to battle back.
Substitutions coming on as Owu will return for St. Paul Como. The throw-in comes shallow. There's the battle for on that near side. Como looking to wind out the clock and keep it on this side. Turnover set in front though. Owu, left-footed shot smothered by De La Torres. As quickly the Zephyrs will have to reset and gather up an offensive opportunity.
Yeah. Good save by De La Torres there, keeping his team in the game. Just under 5 left to play. Still have time, just gotta get down to the other end and find a way to create some offense.
A Como player down. De La Torres looking for a whistle as he's still slow to get up. As De La Torres is doing something with his foot, I'm not 100% sure what, as De La Torres will come off now, and they'll switch goaltenders to get De La Torres to play up.
Yeah, interesting there. Not sure what was going on there, but it looked like De La Torres was trying to help out the injured Como Park Cougar as the medical staff comes onto the field here to assist with the injured player.
So it'll be Eric Schmidt to come into goal for Mahtomedi, giving Helio De La Torres the opportunity to play up. Again, had a goal in this matchup earlier with St. Paul Como back on September 23rd and was the leading scorer for this Mahtomedi team, Jeb.
Yeah, and you know, right now you got to do anything you can to try to create some offense, and I think this is the right play. It's, you see the fans from Mahtomedi certainly ecstatic about their star player coming out. You see Eric Schmidt there now is going to be relied on, as you got to imagine that Mahtomedi is probably going to apply a lot more pressure. You're probably going to see a little less support on the defensive side of the ball, as they need to find a way to get some shots in on the young Lopez of Como Park and see if they can find a way to tie this up.
There's a conversation between officials, and now they'll quickly return to their spot. Looks like Trig Myers holds the ball here for Mahtomedi on this throw-in opportunity. As with 4:18 remaining in the second half, Zephyrs do not want their season to end here, as they will look to extend every effort as De La Torres switching shoes now. He appears to be stretching and getting ready to go, and Como wants their play to keep moving, as many of the fans are doing that. And now the trainer again looking to come out here, as Karen Carlson looks for play to continue. There seems to be some sort of a leg or shoe issue. And it's possible that he does need to have all the same colors. De La Torres will have to sit out for now until he gets those socks on. As currently his socks and his shorts did not match the rest of the players, as he'll come on inexplicably, giving them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As they were a player short, so now they are back to a full 11. Ball sent ahead further before Kiyaw can play it. Gralnick trying to challenge. Before it's played back on that far side, it goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming from Mahtomedi inside of 4 minutes.
Yeah, everything's got to go. Got to throw the kitchen sink at them at this point. As you can see, Como now a little bit on their heels, just doing anything they can to try to keep the ball out of their end.
As they look to throw the ball further ahead, the goaltender still sits further back. almost out of play. I'd like to see him try to play up at least a little bit. Ball bouncing high into the air as Como tried to clear back out. Went past Pilarski. Goes bouncing out of bounds, and a throw-in upcoming here for Mahtomedi as Mulcahy will take it. Mulcahy throws it in looking for Pilarski, too far. And again, Como can clear back out. Mulcahy on the far side, Ahmed. A long clearing pass looking to spring Owu. Owu running in. Slows it down, waiting for help as he'll look to test this new goaltender. As Schmidt yet to face a shot tonight. Owu into the corner. He'll just battle him off. Looking to extend the time. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick upcoming for St. Paul Como as they might look to put the dagger away in this one.
Absolutely crafty move by the veteran Owu to take it into the corner, force the Mahtomedi defense to get right on him, and it was either going to be a corner kick or it goes out of bounds like so, and you got to toss in. So smart play by the veteran there as they look to chew off the final 2 minutes, 15 seconds here.
That was Como's strategy, keep it in the corner and burn the clock out, but now Schmidt will have to come out to play it here for Mahtomedi. Schmidt taking a goal kick, he'll get some space and he'll wind up and fire a right line drive. So it goes bouncing high into the air. Goralnik trying to play it further. Up ahead now. As Como quickly back as the ball gets sent in further. Looking back onto the near side, it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in coming here as Goralnik will take it for Mahtomedi. Gerlinski, as Goralnik can't save it, it'll be a throw-in coming for St. Paul Como inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's where Mahtomedi is at a slight disadvantage when it comes to the goal kick between Del Torres back there and Schmidt. Del Torres can put it well past the midfield where Schmidt got it to about the 30.
Down and low, Owu trying to rush in. Owu centering pass in front for Kia. Great save by Schmidt to keep the Zephyrs alive. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be possession Como.
Nicely done by Eric Schmidt, the junior. Diving save, game on the line. Keeps things alive for his team as they're under a minute.
And the throw in, it'll be a goal kick here as Schmidt will play it. They'll have to hurry. Schmidt will be Goralnik to play it instead for Mahtomedi. Goes bouncing high. And Como will continue to play. Oh, and a hard physical play there. The whistle blows. They'll be slow to get up. We'll wait to see if any cards come out of the pocket here, as that may have cost Mahtomedi a chance to tie this one up.
Yeah, you see the big-time collision here. That looked like a nice, clean hit if we were playing football or hockey, but we are not. This is soccer, and yeah, surprisingly, no card was pulled on that play there.
15 seconds left to go. Goralnik being physical. The whistle blows to stop play, and they'll call this one a final, I believe, as the hands of the official go up. Time goes out, and there's the yellow card for Goralnik. He'll get that card, as it's a response of the emotional nature of this one coming out here with 7 seconds left to go. Mahtomedi down 2-1.
Yeah, the junior just a little too aggressive here late. You could see the sheer emotion there as this one's setting in. That's going to do it not only for him tonight, but for this season. The good news is only a junior. He'll be back next year, and hopefully the experience will bode in his favor to make him stronger and better, and hopefully a better result next time around.
The official comes over to talk to the Mahtomedi bench as several emotional players on this near side in the Mahtomedi bench. Many expected them to be heavy favorites in this matchup.
Yeah, as the #1 seed, you know, the Thursday night was almost a shoo-in, a lot of people thought, and even, you know, a chance at state was certainly, I don't want to say expected, but it was, you know, it was high hopes for all of the Zephyrs. And here, as we look at a couple seconds get ticked back on the clock here, 14. They're going to run it down a bit here, down to 11.
They will run it down 2-11. Some miscommunication here as another warning issue to De La Torres on the pitch, as they'll await the whistle to start the clock up again. 14.4 remains on the scoreboard here. As we're waiting for play to resume, the whistle blows. Clock will run. Right-footed kick on, covered by Schmidt as he'll rush up the field. He's got to play it with his leg now as he sends it high into the air. 5 seconds and counting. And a season of such promise for Mahtomedi ends here tonight at the hands of the St. Paul Como Cougars, as they will go on to play in the Section 4A championship game.
Yeah, just a nice job by St. Paul Como, and they are rewarded with the victory. Both teams, though, in all reality tonight, Alex, played fantastic. You got to really tip your caps to both sides, and adjustments were made on both ends, but ultimately it comes down to St. Paul Como finding a way to create that little bit of offense in this really defensive match, and they come away with a 2-1 victory, and they look to play Thursday night in the Section 4A championship.
So the final tonight of this one, Como defeats Mahtomedi 2-1. The Zephyrs season ends here on home turf. For Jeb Brand, Anthony Miller, Arlen Becker, and our entire SCC production crew, we'll look forward to seeing you here on the soccer pitch next time. This is your home for Zephyr Soccer here on SCC Sports.